Hey everyone, so let's just dive into ChatGPT as a whole. So this is ChatGPT, the environment. And basically all you have to do is go to openai.com and log into ChatGPT, create an account, it's free. I have the paid version, basically just means I have a little bit of different access, but really this is the environment. You've got on the left-hand side here, any of your previous history or conversations with chat. And basically you can click new chat and you'll have by default a dialog box in the bottom here. And this is where you talk with chat. And basically talk with is designed to, I say talk with, meaning have as if chat is designed to be a natural language processor. Basically we're an NLP, where basically you can talk to it like a normal person. And that's the whole idea behind this. So within chat, how do you start the conversation? Well, I always do this, whether it's meaningful or not. I'd be like, hey chat, I have a question. And then chat says, hey, how can I help you? And it's like, well, let's just say I want to understand why the sky is blue. Why is the sky blue? And I just put my question in and hit enter. And then chat says, okay, well, here's the answer. So the sky appears blue to us because of the phenomenon called Rayleigh scattering, and it gives an answer. Now, what's interesting though is in this conversation, chat doesn't know why I'm asking, so it just gives me information. And what you can do is, let's just say I wanted to know why the sky is blue for a specific reason. Based off this example, it doesn't make sense right now, but basically you can continue to ask questions and prompt chat. So I can say, do you know what, let's just do this. Let's just say I want to write an article, a simple way to create content about why the sky is blue. So I said, why is the sky blue? And I have a bit of information, but I can say, can you explain to me from a scientific perspective why the sky is blue? I need to know this for my research paper. Let's just see what happens. Sure, I can provide more scientific explanation. So now chat's going to go into more detail as to why the sky is blue. And what chat's doing is pulling from its huge bazillion database, and it's not referencing one website, one piece of content. It's pulling all of it and giving the aggregate of an answer and basically giving you an actual answer. And obviously now it's a little more scientific. So now we've got a bit more information here. And now let's say back to my article concept. Okay, chat, I want to create an article that I can post. I need an outline for that article. Now, chat doesn't know what I want in the article. It just knows I want an article about the sky is blue in some way. So I'm going to see what it gives me. So I want to create an article that I can post. I need an outline for an article. So it's going to choose what it thinks is important based off our previous conversation and holistically of an article that's meaningful of why the sky is blue. Going a bit deeper with this, we don't know why, who it's for, what it's about, the meaning, the context, or anything. That's relevant, but in this moment, the whole point is to show you that you can use chat and just put a series of questions. If you have an idea of what you're looking for, chat will start to give you direction within that. So chat's outline for this article is, hey, here's the introduction, explanation of the phenomena of why the sky is blue and the importance of understanding it as this natural occurrence, and then scientific explanation, how to change colors, cultural significance, conclusion. So it's pretty good. Considering I just gave it a couple lines, it gave me a pretty solid outline. And it says this outline should give you a good starting point for your article. You can add more details or information as necessary. But this structure should provide a clear, organized framework for your writing. So I didn't tell it to do that, it automatically did that. So let's just, for argument's sake, show how do we expand part of this. And you notice there's no citations, no references. Anything chat gives you directly in here from ChatGPT is organically tailored to you, which means it doesn't need to be cited in here or referenced in here. This is your content, unique to you. If you do the same question, it will give you different answers every single time or different variations of that answer. So let's go and say, let's say I want to expand the introduction. So I'm going to, instead of typing it out, I'm going to highlight it and say, can you expand this section? And I'm going to just paste it in, and that's all I need to do. It doesn't have to be perfect. And chat will then say, sure. And then it's going to expand on that section, and it's going to expand on the introduction for this paper or article on why the sky is blue. And it's choosing relevant content connected to what we already have in this conversation. So it's not just dependent on this conversation, but anything you talk about, you build contextually, chat will pull from as the focal point or meaning. So now we've got a bit of an outline, we've got an expanded, so chat basically says, hey, for the introduction, have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered why the sky is blue? It's a natural phenomenon, blah, blah, blah. So it makes sense. So now we can say, okay, let's say we know the concept of AI and we don't want AI written content. Let's say we want to do something online and to sound more organic. So let's try this. Chat, I want to have this sound more organic, like I am telling a friend from my perspective. I need you to rewrite the first section and make it sound impressive. And it sounds sort of random to say that, but the point is you can tell chat and craft it specifically to get whatever you want from the perspective, from the approach. And obviously this is a very basic how to use chat video, but really going into, you can really do almost anything. So now chat is rewriting this intro on why the sky is blue from a perspective of more organic, like me telling a friend, and I want you to rewrite it for the first section and sound more impressive. So now chat wrote, hi there, have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered why it's such a stunning shade of blue? I know I have. The thing is, I always thought it was just one of those natural occurrences that didn't have a real explanation. But as it turns out, the science behind the blue sky is actually pretty fascinating. And then you can go through and create your content. The whole idea, though, is that ChatGPT is a content creator among many things. And basically, it's a tool that you can use to create content. Now, students do this. Faculty, you can do this. You can create assignments, structures, guidance. You can assess writing. You can put in some of your content, your writing that doesn't sound maybe directly right, and say, can you rephrase this or can you improve this? There are many applications for ChatGPT as one of the many AI tools out there. Just know that it's not perfect. It is a starting point, and it is much more of a developmental process versus, oh, create an article and it's done and it's perfect. Something I would caution there. But anyways, hopefully this was helpful and give you a little bit of insight, inspiration on how chat works and thinking through this. And I guess at the end of the day, I'll see you guys in the next video.